What up, YouTube? I'm Mr. Mac. Welcome back to the Mac Shack for the next episode of our Lynx FC Road to Glory campaign here on Football Manager 2020. This is the chain wreck, and we're here on the eve of the Pepe Reyes Cup against Lincoln Red Imps. And you may notice from the league table in the top corner, Lincoln Red Imps are nowhere to be seen. Now, that is because they have played 0 league games so far. We've played 3, they've played none. So just a quick look at their schedule before we get into the match for today. They beat Havnar Boltfalag 10-0 on aggregate. Then they beat VPS 4-1 on aggregate. Actually playing better away from home than they played at home. So they qualified for the Europa Conference League group stage. We missed out. College Europa got knocked out in the 4th qualifying round. So Lincoln Red Imps really carrying the hopes of Gibraltar this season. And I'm still bitterly disappointed that we're not part of that competition. I feel like it would be amazing to have 2 Gibraltarian teams in the Europa Conference League. But that may have to wait until next year. So we are taking on Lincoln Red Imps in today's game here. You can see each of the teams has won 4 games. There have been 3 draws between the 2 teams. Lincoln Red Imps have got the better of us last season. They beat us 3 times out of the 4 games that we played for them. But what am I going into this for? I need to talk about our matches. We responded really well to getting kicked out of the Europa Conference League. We've scored 11 goals and conceded none in the last 3 matches. You can see here, Mons Calpe, we had Denilson Carvalho score, Tom Fielding grabbed 2, Kelvin Morgan with 1, Craig Galliano with 1. Europa point, Tyler Bury got a goal, Tom Fielding got another, Galliano had 2, Jake Hackett had 1. And then against Boca Juniors, Kelvin Morgan scored the only goal of the game there. Now, you may be looking at some of the lineups and going, well, this is a bit weird. Why are you playing such odd people considering who you signed? Yes, minimum of 5 players trained in Gibraltar in the playing 11. So that means, also the bit that confuses me, Valdivia's been here since the start, but he's not trained in Gibraltar. He doesn't have a club that he trained in or a place that he trained in. He's 26 years old. Strange. But also a lot of these other players that we've got don't qualify for those positions. Which means we're at a little bit of a awkward place in our, in our selection for our squad, because we can't really pick the best team that we have because they haven't all been training in Gibraltar for that period of time. So it is a little bit tricky for us, I will say that much, but we're managing okay. We put Bander in because he gives us a little bit of flexibility in terms of our outfield players, and this is, Jared Thompson hasn't been playing all that well of late. He conceded 7 in 3 games in the Europa Conference League, and Sane conceded none in 3 games in the Europa Conference League. So, I'm not saying it's Sane's fault for getting injured, but that's kind of what we're looking at the moment. And also, there's not all that much difference between Thompson and Banda in goal. So, we're going to start with Banda here, just for a bit of consistency through the back. Yeah, let's go. I don't want to play around with this too much. I don't want to make too many changes or anything like that. I think it's just time that we get into this. So, we owe Lincoln Red Imps after what happened in our last match. And we owe Lincoln Red Imps for being in the Europa Conference League when that's exactly where we want to be. They are unbeaten in 5 matches. We're going to give it everything we've got to end this run here. That's the main reason that I signed the players that I did over the off-season, even if I can't use half of them. So we play here, Fielding with the ball, back to Dylan Thompson, to Hackett again. Hackett plays to Denilson Carvalho, who plays to Fielding, who takes a shot from outside the box. I reckon a pass to Kelvin Morgan would have been on there, possibly a better option. But that's okay. 11 minutes in, no highlights for Lincoln Red Imps. A corner here, Tyler Bury sends the ball over. Kelvin Morgan, the man of the moment, the absolute hero, the legend of Lynx FC. That actually has a pretty good ring to it. I might keep that. Kelvin Morgan, the legend of Lynx FC, scores the opening goal here in the Pepe Reyes Cup, and we have got Lincoln Red Imps on the back foot. Potentially, their squad is a little bit tired from their exploits in Europe. Potentially, their focus is on that competition as opposed to being on the Pepe Reyes Cup. And part of me doesn't blame them. However, part of me just desperately wants to get a win against Lincoln Red Imps because it's been far too long. We went an entire season without getting a win against them, and I'm not sure what the heck we're doing here. We're playing keepaways with our goalkeeper, and that scares me a lot. Oliver coming forwards for Lincoln Red Imps, hits a grubber across the ground, but it does not hit the target, which is good for us. Half an hour gone now. Lincoln have had a lot more shots, but none of them have been on target at this point in time. Hook to hook in a corner, and Jeremy Barton puts it away. Wide open header inside the box from Jeremy Barton, and that is a disappointing goal to concede, to say the least, considering they had 2 bites at it on the way through there. We need to change something here. I'm changing everything and not giving anything a chance to work. But after that first goal that we scored, we have not had another shot. So we need to do better, is the message in the moment here for us. Galliano, I really don't want to have to sub Galliano. Oh, I can do it. We can put Vinay on. We're going to bring... Who else are we going to bring off? I want to bring off Jamie Bozio. But to do that, I'm also going to have to bring off Dylan Thompson, who is struggling and on a yellow card. Wait, who am I putting in for Bozio then? I don't have a left defender. Because Hill's injured and he's out, so I can't bring Bozio off. Right. However, what I can do is leave Brad Power on the bench for now. Bring Leon Clinton in for Tyler Bury because he's running out of puff. And let's put Cooper in for fielding. And we're going to play him as a pressing forward on support. Look, it might not be the best of substitutions, but it's something. Lincoln with a throw here. And they're going to come at us down their left wing through Jones. Dylan Thompson gets in the way of it. And now Leon Clinton has some space on the right wing. Sends an early ball over. Kelvin Morgan, the man of the moment. He is the true Lynx FC legend. He's done it again. Lynx FC back in the lead here, 2-1. In an attack that seemed to come from almost nothing, really. Big curling ball from Clinton. And Morgan just gets his head on the end of it. And that's exactly what we like to see. That man running off in celebration. Sellout crowd here at Victoria Stadium for Lincoln Red Imps' home game. I mean, well deserved. Why wouldn't you want to go and see 2 of the best teams in the nation playing off for silverware this early in the season? 15 minutes to play, and Jones has the ball on the left wing, plays it backwards to Kolke, to Barton, the goal scorer, on a yellow card as well. Fiddles around with it a little bit in the midfield, then plays to Lomas. Lomas plays to Ndiaye, back to Lomas, across to Greenidge. And Greenidge gets the byline, curls it into Oliver. Thankfully, he heads it wide. with 10 minutes to play here, we're going to go back to defensive. We're going to mark Craig Oliver a little bit better, so hopefully he doesn't get those free headers. With 3 minutes to play, we're going to go very defensive. And we have a throw. 5 minutes of injury time. Dylan Thompson on the ball. Plays to Hackett. Hackett almost loses it. Ethan Jolly gets the ball upfield. Kelvin Morgan can run onto it now. Is he going to cross? He should cross to Cooper. And Ollie Cooper scores his first of the season and his first Lynx FC goal. And surely that's it now. Surely we've sealed it. 3-1. A momentous victory against Lincoln Red Imps. And we break the flow. They cannot score twice in 30 seconds. There's no way. I don't really want them to score once, to be honest. But Thomas Hook gets on the header and gets it into the top corner, beating Bradley Bunder, who may have shown that we don't really need him there. And there is some silverware. Finally, after what has been a year of disappointments for Lynx FC, the boys have taken out the Pepe Reyes Cup for the first time ever. We've got our hands on it. Well done, boys. You played well. I'm happy. I almost asked them why couldn't they perform like that in every match. Wasn't super pleased with it, but it was enough. We win the Pepe Reyes Cup. Kelvin Morgan, a 9.14 with 2 great goals and an assist. Apparently, my antics were unprofessional. I'm not sure what mind games I played, but there you go. We're giving out the medals to the players in the Pepe Reyes Cup. Lynx FC are delighted to... oh no, that is the second time I've won the Pepe Reyes Cup. There you go. Morgan has starred 12 headers, won 100% of his headers, and that's why we have him in the squad. Julio Ribas, the Gibraltar manager, also having a look at some of our players, and we'll just say, yeah, he's just annoyed at the result. Well, that is going to continue our lovely flow of wins here. I realise that that's now changed to fixtures for some reason. I generally have a separate view there like that. That's a bit more like it. That looks a bit more familiar, but I've now sorted by time as opposed to sorting by date. There we go. That looks a bit more familiar now. I'm much happier with how that looks on that screen. We've got our goal scorers back. So speaking of back, we're going to take 12 days off and then we're going to come back for this match against College Europa. I'll see you then. And welcome back. We're here ready to go against College Europa. You can see we are slight favourites and we have won 7 matches against College Europa in our 12-game history with them. College Europa have slipped up once already this season, dropping points to Europa Point with a 0-0 draw. St Joseph FC have lost to College Europa, so we have the opportunity to go 3 points clear at the top of the table here. Now, Lincoln Red Imps are 1 from 1, although they have lost both of their games in the Europa Conference League so far. So our team selection for today, Serene Sane is back, is fit, ready to go. So we've slotted him into the goalkeeper position. He is the best goalkeeper that we have. And also Jared Thompson is injured again. So he's going to be sitting this one out. I'm going to bring Hill in. However, I cannot play Hill for Bozio because then I would be 2 Gibraltar players short in terms of my numbers that I need. I really would like to keep a lot of these players on the field if I can help it. I think I'm going to have to bring Hackett out for Leon Clinton in the centre of midfield. And this is the problem with having built the squad the way that I had. It must have slipped my mind. I must not have realised. I don't know. The problem is, because they have to be trained in Gibraltar, none of these players will ever achieve that status, I don't think. So it may be that I actually have to sell some people and then hope that I can get something coming through the academy to help me out, because even players like Ollie Cooper here, he's 22, like he's too old to gain the trained in Gibraltar. Jake Hackett, too old to get trained in Gibraltar. Elva Fontaine, probably too old to get trained in Gibraltar. You know, I'm a little bit stuck. Anyway, you don't want to hear about that. Now is not the time for me to talk about how stuck I am. They're still getting rid of the confetti off the field as the game loads up their match. Do it for our fans. I'm going to say I expect you to keep our run going and win the match, because that's what I expect. We should have another clean sheet here, please. Now, the chairman is also accepting offers or in the process of a takeover or something like that. So I'm going to say I rarely get that feeling, because I have struggled to get anything from the chairman recently. Dylan Thompson has been playing exceptionally well for us over the last few games, and I'm hoping to see more of the same here. We're going to opt for a cautious approach against College Europa, because they do have the ability to threaten us. And here you see they have a set piece 10 minutes in. Pringle. Once you pop, you can't stop, mate, but you haven't got a goal there yet. Thankfully. Corner kick now for Rosa. And it's over the bar by Jones. Lynx FC goal kick. Thank goodness for that. It's about time we demanded some more from these boys, I think, because they're not giving us much. Brzezowski with the goal kick there, and it is intercepted by Olafunwa, who plays a quick 1-2 with Bury. Then back to Dylan Thompson. Thompson plays to Jolly. Jolly sends it forward. Morgan with the flick on to Tom Fielding, who gets it to Tyler Bury. Bury plays to Olafunwa, to Dylan Thompson. We repeat the cycle. This time we go all the way back to Serene Sane. To Ethan Jolly. Forwards now to Tom Fielding. We cannot do anything with it. Rosa comes up with the ball, and College Europa are on the attack. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Hegarty now with the ball, and he plays it inside to Jones. College Europa players streaming in. I think Sane got a touch to that and turned it against the post, and Jolly was able to clear it. Very, very lucky. We need to not sit back so much. Yes, now we've had a shot on target. Now we've had Galliano get in the box. No penalties yet this season for us, which is interesting because we did get a lot last time. Kelvin Morgan, the Lynx FC legend, with his patented cartwheel celebration as he runs towards the corner flag. Thank goodness that man is trained in Gibraltar. He has been immense yet again. Tom Fielding this time stepping his man and giving Morgan the half volley. Lynx FC 1-0 up. Half an hour played. Give me some more, please, boys. Here we go. We've got a throw. Olafunwa to Fielding. Back to Olafunwa. Crosses in. Kelvin Morgan. So close. Could have been a second goal for the man. The myth. The legend. It had to be said. We had to finish that. He is the Lynx FC legend. And we may even check the favoured personnel after this and just see how impressed the fans are by him. Jamie Bozio, the 30-year-old wing-back, getting his foot in there and getting a stop, sending it up the field, then receiving it back, then dishing it off again. Unfortunately, we turn it over the second time around, and Rosa comes at us. We get another good touch, but it somehow pinballs back to Shane Deasy. And that's going to go down as a Bozio error. Unfortunately, that is the first goal we have conceded this season in the league. And let's have a look at why that's an error from Bozio. Yes, he tried to intercept the ball apparently and just ran away from the player that got the pass. Probably tried to intercept something that wasn't there, really. Sane, the first goal he's conceded at the club as well. Very unfortunate, but we're going to make it to half-time with the score at 1-1. Now, we really need to make sure... I don't think we have been the better team. I think I literally just lied to the players, and they believed me. But that's okay, because we're going to go attacking now, and we're going to demand more from them. and just refocus them a little bit, because we've had some absolutely shocking performances pretty much everywhere on the field. 60 minutes gone now. It's time for some substitutions. The challenging part is there's not really a lot we can do, because almost every single one of these players does not have Gibraltar training in them. So we're going to bring Dylan Thompson off to put on James Hill on the left of defence there. And then we're going to make one more change, and that is going to be Oliver Cooper on for Denilson Carvalho, and Cooper is going to go to shadow striker. He has not played well for us in that shadow striker position this season when he's come on. I'm hoping that we can get something out of him today. We go to very attacking now. There's been no highlights this half until this point in time. 77 minutes played. Brzezowski's goal kick. He's not really in a hurry. Cooper gets his head to it, plays to Tom Fielding. Cooper picks it up again, goes to Kelvin Morgan this time, splits the defense, plays to Leon. Clinton cannot get the goal that we need. We are certainly stepping up. We need more. 9 minutes to go. 2 clear-cut chances to 1. We deserve something from this second half. We're not going to get any... Oh, we might. 1 minute left. Fury's... That's not good. Fury's attempted cross. I swear he's a better player than that cross makes him look. We need to get onto this. Jolly sends it forwards. We get it refunded to us. Jolly gets it again to Tyler Bury now. Bury with the ball, bringing it up through the middle of the park. Crosses to Galliano on the left wing. Galliano skips past his man, gets taken down. Alexander's probably going to get sent here. He is. 15 seconds of injury time left though. We need a goal from this Cooper cross. And it's claimed by Brzezowski, and we're going to drop points here. And that is not a good thing for us. I'll tell you that much. 1-1 draw. I'm really not having a good time of things lately. That's poor. Really is. 2 clear-cut chances to 1. We should have won that game. We should have won that game, but we didn't. Another game we should have won that we didn't win. And that just makes me a little bit salty, you know? Makes me a little bit salty. What we're going to do is we're going to play through these 5 games off camera, and we will catch you in January. It's very strange to be going from October to January and playing just 5 games, but that's all we're going to get. We'll see you at the end of January for the Lincoln Red Imps game, and we'll also play the St. Joseph's FC game there. And we'll probably talk to you a little bit about any wheelings and dealings that have happened in the transfer market. I think we're going to have to try and find some more Gibraltar players that are better quality than the ones that we have, and possibly make some trades so that we've got a little bit more flexibility in terms of our lineup, and I'm a little bit more comfortable playing some of those players when they come on. Kelvin Morgan, good little scoring streak there. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to find that clean sheet form from prior to the Pepe Reyes Cup, but hopefully it will come back to us in these many away games that we have. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to leave it there. We will please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can get every Football Manager Friday video as it goes live. From the moment it goes live, there is heaps of stuff happening on the channel at the moment, so hopefully you can find something that you like. If you don't, leave a comment, let me know what you'd like to see me play, and I will see if I can make it happen for you. That is all I have for you today. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and I will speak to you soon.